Guys, okay, guys, let's start with, sorry. Okay. Again, guys, today we'll take lesson 3, inshallah, in module 5, which is right algebraic expressions, page 277. So please prepare your books there. And yesterday we finished the lesson of numerical expressions, how to deal with order of operations. We said we start with the brackets or parentheses. This is the first step. Second step, we said that we do exponents. Third step, we said we do multiply or divide. And the fourth step, it's a plus then minus. And I think we gave this lesson everything. Okay, we did everything. So keep it in your mind. I'll ask you a lot about it, inshallah, in the next exam. Now today, this we did it in the numerical expressions. Today we'll do algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions means it is an expression with variables. Now, what is the variable, guys? What is the variable? Now, in the previous lesson, we said the numerical expression, it's expression with numbers. Today, the algebraic expression, it's expression with variables, okay? Now, what's the variable? The variable, guys, it is unknown value. Unknown value, okay? Now, what's the variable? A variable, it is unknown value. Unknown value. Any unknown value in math, we call it variable. Again, in the previous lesson, we talked about numerical expressions, means all of their elements is numbers. But here we'll talk about algebraic expressions. Algebraic expression, it is an expression with variables. Now, what's the variable? The variable, it is unknown value. Unknown value, a value that we don't know it. Now, the symbol of the variable, guys, it's any English letter. Any English letter, okay? Like X, Y, Z, M, L, K, H. Any English letter, we call it variable in math. Any English letter, we call it variable in math, okay? Now, when I say a variable, like 5 more than X, 5 more than X. In math, guys, this phrase of word means 5 plus X. This phrase of word means 5 plus X. 5 more than X means 5 plus X. I can say about the more than 5 increased by X means also 5 plus X. Okay, so the addition has keywords like more than, increased by, added, whatever. Now for the subtraction, we say 5 less than X. This word phrase, guys, this sentence, 5 less than X means X minus 5. X minus 5. Notice here, guys, 5 more than X, we say 5 plus X. 5 less than X, we say X minus 5, not 5 minus X. We can say also 5 decreased by X. Decreased also means subtraction. 5 decreased by X. The word decrease is the opposite of the word increased. Increased, we will add. Decreased, we will subtract. 5 decreased by X means 5 minus X. This is how we do subtraction, for example. Now, in the multiplication, guys, and this is important, when I say 5 times X, times means multiply. But in math, guys, we don't write the multiplication sign. 5 times x means 5x. 5 times x means 5x or 5.x or 5 bracket with x. It is the same. All of this means 5 multiply x. Like 8 times y. 8 times y. How we write it in math, guys? 8 times y means 8 multiplied by y. 8 times y or multiply by y, we write it like this, 8y. Nothing between the number and the variable here, nothing. Nothing. Nothing means multiply times. 5y, we can write it 5.y or 5 bracket with y, but we will deal with this mostly. We'll deal with this mostly. So in the multiplication, guys, again and again, when I say 8y means 8 multiply y, but the multiplication sign, we don't write it between the number and the variable. Now the division, no, we use the division sign. Like when I say 8 divided by m, for example. 8 divided by m, like 8 divided by m normally, or as a fraction, 8 over m. We can use this, we can use this. But mostly we will use this. Mostly we will use this. So sometimes we will turn between words to something we call it algebraic expressions. This we call it algebraic expression. Why? It has unknown value, which is the variable. But in the previous lesson, we took expressions like 2 plus 4 to the power of 3 minus 8. This we call it a numerical expression. A numerical expression, all of it numbers. Algebraic expression, it has unknown value, x, y, m. These we call them algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions. Now, if you have any questions until now, guys, put your hands, please. If you have any questions until now, put your hands, please. Omar Samir.
Mister, when you say 5 decreased x, we put it x minus 5 or 5 minus x?
No. Here you follow the English language. 5 decreased by x. Which is decreased? The 5 or the x?
5.
5. So 5 minus x. But here the word less than, only we do the opposite. When I say, for example, look here, m less than 9. M less than 9. How we write it? We write it 9 minus m. But in the less than, we take the opposite only. But in the other phrase, guys, no, we do as the English language. 5 decreased by x, 5 minus x. 8 divided by m, 8 divided by m normally. 8 times y, 8y, not y8. ركز, guys. Here 5x, we cannot write it x5, no. Always the number becomes at the first. In the multiplication, in the division. In the division depends what's the dividend, what the divisor, depends. But in the multiplication, guys, always the number becomes the first before the variable. Like when I say, look here, guys, it's very important. When I say 12 times, for example, k, 12 times k, do not write k12. This is wrong. It's a 12k. And we say the multiplication, we don't write it. Do not write it 12 multiply k. No, we don't want that. This is not English language. A 12k means a 12 multiply k. The multiplication sign only, we don't write it. But the other signs like subtraction, we need to write. Division, we need to write. Addition, we need to write. But the multiplication, no, keep it without multiplication. When I say 7 cubed, what's this mean? This means 7 multiply q. But the multiplication sign, we don't write it. Okay, Omar?
Yes.
Good. Else, guys, any questions until now? Any questions until now? Brahim?
Mister, so if we put the 12k, it means 12 multiply k.
And if we put what?
If we put the 12K, it's mean
Means
12
12
multiply
multiply
K.
K, exactly.
Thank you.
Look, what's this?
3Z.
3Z, right?
Yes.
Means 3 multiply Z. What's this?
3 plus Z.
Addition. What's this?
3 minus Z.
Subtraction. What's this?
3 divided by Z, or 3
You
over
can
Z.
use division or fraction in the division, right?
Yes.
So addition, subtraction, division, we need to write them. But the multiplication, no. Got it?
Thank you.
Right. Now, remove your hand, mister. Now, we'll take about another idea here also. Another idea. When I say this, guys, something we call it like terms. Like terms. Look here, guys, and please pay attention with me. Now, in math, we have something in algebra. We have something we call it like terms. Like terms. Keep this in your mind. Like terms. What are the like terms, guys? The terms, focus, guys, here. The terms with same variable and exponent. What are the like terms? The terms with same variable and exponent. For example, 5x with 6x. Now, what's the variable here? The variable is x. We said the variable is the unknown value noted or denoted by any English letter, right? So here, what's the variable? The variable is x. What's the exponent of x is 1. We say that before, that if you don't have exponent means it is 1. It is not 0, it is 1. But we don't write 1 as exponent. We know that. Now here, what's the variable? It is x. And what's the exponent? Also 1. So here they have the same variable and same exponent. So we call 5x and 6x, we call them like terms. Like terms. Like 8y, 9y, like terms. Not same terms. No, they are not the same, but they are like. They are like. They have the same variable with same exponent. طيب. هذول كمان like terms. طيب. If I say, for example, 5m with 5n, 5m with 5n, these are not or unlike terms. Unlike terms. They are not like for each other, okay? So in math, we have like terms and unlike terms. Like terms, they have the same variable and exponent like these: 8y, 9y, 5x, 6x, m, 3m, any terms with the same variable. But here, they are unlike, because here we have 5m, m, and here 5n. They are unlike terms. The numbers together, guys, the numbers, we call them like terms, like when I say 7 and 8.
حاضر.
Mister, you are in a class. You are in a class, please. Now, 7 with 8, guys, 7 with 8, they are numbers. There are no variable with 7, no variable with 8. Also, the numbers together, here we have numbers, but they are not alone. Here the 5 multiplied by a variable, the 5 multiplied by a variable. So they are not numbers, they are algebraic expressions. But here, the numbers together, we call them like terms also. Like terms, okay? Now, still one idea I need to talk about here, which we call it the coefficient. The coefficient, okay? Now, when I say, for example, look here, guys, it's very important. When I say 9m plus 4y minus 6, look here, guys, it's very important. Now, here we have terms. This we call it term, term, term. So this is term, term. This is also term. This is term. Now, how we know the term? The term, it's splitted or divided by addition or subtraction. So 9m together, we call it term. 4y together, 4y, we call it term. 6 or -6, we call it term, okay? Now here, I'll make this plus just. Now here, how many terms we have? We have 3 terms. We have 3 terms. What are they, the 3 terms? We have 9m, comma, 4y, comma, and 6. So here, how many terms we have? We have 3 terms. What are they? 9m, 4y, or 6. Splitted by addition. Splitted by addition. For example, if we have this algebraic expression, 8f plus 3f plus 7 plus 9f plus 8. How many terms we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So we have 5 terms. What are they? What are the 5 terms? 8f, comma, 3f, comma, 7 alone. 7 is a term alone. Add 7 alone is a term. 9f or 8. So each part splitted by addition or subtraction, we call it term. We call it term. So how many terms we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. What are the 5 terms? 8f, 3f, 7, 9f, and 8. Type. We have 2. What are the like terms? The like terms. Before a while, I said, a while ago, I said the like terms, the terms with the same variable. What are the like terms? 8f and 3f and 9f. 8f, 3f, and 9f. What we call them? What we call them, guys? Like terms. Like, they have the same variable and same exponent, one up. But the 7 and the 8 together, the 7 and the 8 together, we said here, the numbers together, we call them like terms. So if we numbers, here we have a number alone. Alone means there is no variable with it. Here also a number alone, no variable with it. So the numbers together, also we call them like terms. So how many terms we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 terms. What are the 5 terms? 8f, 3f, 7, 9f, 8. Type. What are the like terms? 8f, 3f, 9f. They are like. 7 and 8, they are like. Okay? طيب. Now we have 2 things. Something we call it coefficients. Coefficients, give me just a second, guys. Coefficients. And constants. Focus, guys, with these 2 new words for you. Coefficients and constants. Coefficients and constants, okay? Now, what are the coefficients, guys? The coefficients is the numbers which are besides the variables. The coefficients are the numbers which are beside the variables. So here, 8f, what we call 8, guys? 8, we call it coefficient. What we call the 3? Coefficient. What we call the 9? Coefficient. Type. The constants are the numbers which are without variable, like 7 and 8. So here we have 2 types of numbers in the algebraic expressions. We have coefficients, which are the numbers which are besides the variable, like 8, 3, and 9. 8, comma, 3, comma, 9. We call them coefficients, guys. Coefficients. But the numbers alone, 7 and 8, we call them constants. Keep these, guys, these concepts, they are very important. Keep them in your minds. What are the constant? The number alone, 7 and 8. What are the coefficients? The numbers which are besides, multiplied with the variable. We said 8f. 8f means what? Means multiply, remember? 8f means 8 multiply f. 3f means 3 multiply f. 9f means 9 multiply f. Now, any number multiplied with a variable, we call it coefficient, like 8, 3, and 9. Any number alone, alone, we call it constant. Constant. So here, guys, let's remember what we did until now together. Algebraic expression means expression with variable. What is the variable? The variable is the unknown value, any unknown value, okay? Any unknown value, we say it's variable. Right. How we represent the variable? By any English letter, X, Y, Z, any English letter. But in the math, guys, X, Y, Z, it's the most used letters for math. But if you use M, N, K, L, it's okay, still variable. Type. How we represent the addition in the word more than, or increased by, or added, or total, or sum, any word, any keyword for the addition. How we represent the subtraction, guys, by the word less than, but the less than has a special case. When I say 5 less than x means x minus 5, not 5 minus x. Only in the less than we make the opposite. When I say 5 decreased by x, also I'm talking about subtraction. Okay? Now here, the multiplication, guys, we say 5 times x. How we write it? We write it 5x. Nothing between them. Between the number and the variable, nothing. Or we can say 5.x, 5 a bracket with x. These called multiplications. 8 times y, for example, 8y, 5y, 5 multiply y. But we don't write the multiplication. We don't say 5 multiply y. No. No. Why? Because this looks like x. So the multiplication sign between a number and a variable, we don't write it. But we write it between a number and a number. Between a number and a number, we write the multiplication sign. Between a number and a variable, we don't write it. Be careful, okay? The division also, no, we can write the division, it's okay. 8 divided by m, we say 8 divided by m normally. Now, the next concept, guys, something we call it like terms. Like terms, this one is important. Like terms means the terms with the same variable and exponent. Like 5x with 6x together, we call them like terms. 8y with 9y together, we call them like terms. Type. 5m with 5n, they are unlike terms. Why unlike? They have different variables. The numbers together, we call them also like terms. But what is the term? The term is any part split by addition or subtraction. Okay, so here we have 3 terms, 9m, 4y, 6. 3 terms. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 terms. Here they are. Like terms, 8f with 3f, 9f, they are like terms. The numbers together also like terms. What are the coefficients? The coefficients, they are the numbers which are besides the variable, the multiplied number with the variable. When I say 8, look here, guys, 8 plus 5t. 8 plus 5t. The 5, we call it coefficient. The 8, we call it constant. Constant, this is important. The 5 is coefficient. The 8 constant. Why? Because the 5 is multiplied with t. There's no multiplication sign, but nothing between the number and the variable means what? Means times, multiply. Okay, the constant, guys, the last thing I want to talk about, the constant, which are the numbers without variables, like this 8. This 8 has no variable, so we call it constant. Constant. It's important, guys. These are important things. These are the basics of something. You will take it later on in grade 7, and you will call it algebra. Algebra. Okay, these are the basics. What is the like term? What is the variable? What is the coefficient? What is the constant? The like terms, it's very important. These are the basics of the word algebra. A whole book, you will take it inshallah later on. Until now, guys, if you have questions, put your hands. Brahim. Any questions, guys? Put your hands.
Mister, when it was 5y,
Okay.
yes, it means 5 multiply y, but 5 multiply y equals what?
Equals what? What we set for the y? Y is a variable, right?
Yes,
And the variable is what?
unlike non-value.
Unknown. شو يعني unknown?
يعني unknown.
We don't know it. The variable unknown value. So the 5y means 5 multiply unknown, right?
Yes,
So what's the 5y equal? Equals unknown. We don't know. But 5 multiply 3. The 5 and the 3 both what? Known values, right?
equals to 15.
Equals 15. If you multiply 2 known, not unknown. If you multiply 2 known values, you can find the known answer. But 5 multiply unknown value. شو مدريني أنا؟ Got it?
It's unknown. But
It is
Mister, if we
unknown.
do مثلا 3
Next step,
3
guys.
multiply
Next student, Yanal Fadi.
Mister, I don't
Yes.
understand coefficient.
The coefficient, look here. 8m and 8. خلاص?
Yes.
If the number multiplied with a variable, we call it coefficient.
Okay.
If the number is alone, we call it constant.
Constant.
Like here, 3f. What's the coefficient here?
3.
3. What is the constant?
7.
Because the 7 has no f, has no variable besides it. Got it?
Yes.
Good boy. Abdul Sattar.
Mister, I don't understand that one, the like term or something.
Like terms, Mr. Terms with the same variable. Yani when I say, look here. When I say 8t or 4t, what is the variable here?
80.
No, the variable.
Oh, T.
T. The 8, we call it coefficient. Okay?
Okay.
What is the variable here again, Abdul Sattar?
T.
What is the variable here?
T.
So these two terms, we call them like.
Oh. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now let's go to our book, guys. I did all of these guys from me. They are not from the book. So let's go to our book, guys, to see what we have, examples, ideas in the lesson. Hope you understand everything I talked about here. And let's go to our book. I want someone to read. And I will start with the first page, guys, page 277. I want someone to read, guys, and all of you open your books there, please. Amr, read.
Okay.
يلا start with
Learn
algebra
structure.
here.
Okay. Algebra is a branch of mathematics that uses symbols. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter, used to represent a number. An algebraic expression is a combination of variables, numbers, and at least one operation. For example, the expression n plus 2 represents the phrase the sum of an unknown number and 2. In this
Hello.
case, n
Good.
is
Look
the
here, guys. The unknown number is n. N. 2 is known number. So they said represent the sum because we have addition. It is the sum of unknown number and 2. Continue.
any letter can be
Continue.
used as a variable.
Good.
Okay, any letter can be used as a variable, but the letter X is commonly used. To avoid
Commonly used,
confusion
guys.
with
Wait,
X,
يا عم. حبيبي, wait. Common. What's the meaning of that, guys? Commonly used. Commonly used means we use it the most. Always we say math 5x, x, x. So x commonly used. We use it so much. Continue.
to avoid confusion with X as a multiplication symbol, multiplication is shown in other ways. Division can also be written in different ways.
Look here, guys. Read the word and here the variables. Read.
5 times the variable X is 5.
How we write it, guys? Look how we write it. Read.
5.x.
5 dot.
5.
Wait يا
Five.
مستر wait. لحظة شوي لحظة. عشان ما تجلطونيش بعدين يعني عشان ما يصير بيني جلطة أنا بعدين. هذه مش decimal This is not a decimal. This هذه مش decimal اتفقنا؟ فلا حدا اكتب له زي هيك مثلا 9 هيك تي مثلا 9 decimal تي لا بقى اوعى بتضايق انا من جوا اوعى. This is in math if we have variable here means multiplication. خلاص؟ But when I say 5 decimal 3 زي ما تعلمنا عادي. Continue يا عم.
5x or 5x.
Good.
5 times x divided by 3.
Look how we write it, guys. 5x divided by 3. 5 times x divided by 3, we write it 5x divided by 3 or 5x over 3. Here they use the division sign and here they use the fraction sign and we know that the fraction is a division. Continue.
5 times twice the value of x
Means
5.2x.
Twice, guys. The word twice. خلك معايا يا عم. Guys, look here. The word twice. Twice in math means multiply by 2 always. When I say twice means multiply by 2. Twice multiply by 2. Type. For example, twice m. Twice m means 2m. 2 multiply m. Twice f means 2f. 2 multiply f. Twice means what? Multiply by 2. You will use it later on when I talked about the algebra thing later. Continue. Go to the next page, mister.
5. Okay.
خلاص, go to the next page. Algebraic expression. Continue.
Algebraic expressions can contain like terms, coefficients, variables, and constants. When addition or subtraction signs separate an algebraic expression into parts, each part is called a term.
So the terms, guys, they are separated with addition or subtraction. Okay? Look here. Guys, please look here. Read يا عمرو.
4x plus 12 Okay. Like terms contain the same variables to the same powers.
لا 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 خليك هون. Again 4x
4x plus 12 plus 2x
ها
is 4x, 12, and 2x are terms.
are terms. So we have 3 terms here. Continue.
Like terms contain the same variables to the same powers. 4x plus 12 plus 2x. 4x and 2x are like terms.
Good boy. Continue.
The numerical factor of each term that contains a variable is called the coefficient of the variable.
يا عيني.
4x,
Continue.
4x plus 12 plus 2x. The
Good.
coefficient of x is 4. The coefficient of x is 2.
But the 12 is not a coefficient. Continue.
It's a constant.
Good.
A term
Continue.
without a variable is called a constant. 4x plus 12 plus 2x. The number 12 is a constant.
يا عيني عليك. شو هالقراءة الحلوة هذه. Thank you. Thank you. So guys, what I talked about here in all of this board, you will find it in good way in your book. You can read it again, you can revise it again here, so to know everything we talked about. Okay, guys? Now tomorrow, inshallah, what we will do, we'll do the examples, we'll do the checks, questions, and inshallah, if we have time, we'll do the homework. But tomorrow, inshallah, we'll do everything. That's all for today. Thank you so much. You don't have homework, and tomorrow again. Goodbye.